Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Your Maniyarayile Ashokan is out and the verdict is also out. How do you feel about getting all the reactions?
I'm happy that we could bring out something, during lockdown, have a release. This was never a film that we planned for Onam, but it was nice that it just kind of organically happened and the timing worked out and came out for Onam. And the film kind of like is very kind of celebrates, Kerala like that we remember when we were young, just like small town or like even there's like so much about Payasam in the film or all of those references. So I think more than anything, I'm just happy that there was something that we could even put out in this time. Like 3 movies releasing for Onam even during lockdown and no theaters. That's still exciting. I think for the audience, there's something new for them to watch.
But as an actor and as a producer, how do you select your movies? It is 2 different scenarios, right?
As an actor, actually, I don't know. I feel like for both, I kind of go with my gut instinct. I'm sure a lot of the times the films are kind of reflective of my personal taste as an individual. If it's a kind of film that I want to watch, sometimes when I hear a script, I know this is something I'd want to watch. But as a producer, I feel like I also want to kind of explore different types of movies, different even sizes of movies. Sometimes small film, sometimes like a medium sort of family film, or like a large film. So like, and also I'm very keen on just promoting new talent. So my interest in Maniyarayile Ashokan was that it is almost entirely newcomers behind the scenes. So when the film came to me, I hadn't told many people I was thinking of production. But Gregory just got really nervous when somebody offered him a film as a lead actor. Okay. So he called me and he's like, he said, "Hey man, can you have some time today? I've heard the script, but they want me to play the hero. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but can you just hear it? I just want a feedback." So I heard it and I liked the spirit of that team because they're all new. And it reminded me of my first film. Like Second Show was like that. Again, complete newcomers everywhere you look, And at the same time, when I began my production, I was very keen that I want to build my own team from the ground up. I didn't want to just depend on existing people from the industry. I was very keen to get people I know, people I believe who could help me with this. People who had actually, good paying jobs, who quit came and joined us because out of their love for cinema. Okay. So I thought it'd be nice if my new team got to work with a new team behind the film also, and they can all learn together. So, and it's a small film to begin with. So obviously, there will be the things that you associate with first-time filmmakers, and I'm aware of that. So if there are some criticisms or some mixed reviews, but what it helped us was, when we got done with that, the lessons learned was so good and so big that we could then scale up to Varney which we started next, and we managed as a team to produce that extremely well. And then after which Kurup was even bigger. Such a massive exercise. Yeah. But I am proud and confidently can say that my same team made all 3 of these films, because my dreams for Wayfarer Films is quite big. I want it to be a long-standing, long-running company. It was very crucial for me, very important for me to build a team and a crew that can handle any kind of film that we decide to make. So in that sense, I'll always be proud that we began with something as small as Maniyarayile Ashokan with so many newcomers.
Varan Avashamundu and Maniyarayile Ashokan, they both have in common about the society, with the marriage-centric ideas, right?
Sometimes, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes, even as an actor, I've had phases when certain types of movies come my way. Sometimes I'll get romantic comedies together. Sometimes I'll get like urban or NRI kind of roles together, like back to back 3-4 films together. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes when you're hearing ideas like they all just back to back, sometimes might be similar ideas. So it's funny that they both have this whole marriage theme in them.
Do you think the society with such strong marriage-centric ideas is putting undue pressure on the people's mental health?
It's unfair to say that this film is representative of society entirely, or that we can influence society in its entirety. But what we have to understand is with the size of our population and the various cultures and traditions and everything that we have in India, in different states, in different small towns, big towns, whatever. There are so many kinds of stories, and there are people who have gone through this. There are people who've experienced these kind of lives. So some people might not relate to it. Some people might think it's old-fashioned or whatever. But I strongly believe that all of these kind of stories will happen, do happen around not just the world, but especially India, because we're so diverse and we're such a rich sort of history of traditions.
Especially, the moment when the hero develops affection towards plaintive tree.
Yeah.
I mean, did you and the director have any concerns writing? Because generally, the understanding of mental health in our society is not that great. Do you think that how it will go out?
What interested me in the idea is that here is a guy. I mean, he definitely has friends, but all of his friends have then found life partners, and even his parents have a very good marriage. So they both have companionship with each other. So more than anything is he finds some kind of a companion in this tree. And you read all kinds of news articles all over the world, where people have found affection for something inanimate, or they want to marry something publicly. I'm saying like an official wedding with some kind of an inanimate object. See, in India at least, there is this sort of tradition of arranged marriages where majority of us always do find a significant other. But there are cultures in the West where you have to, if it's like a dating culture, there are some people who are lonely for life. So I don't find it far-fetched or unbelievable that this character could develop feelings, or more than feelings, I think it's a companionship. Like he now gets to experience all these traditions, whether it's bringing laddus to the office, whether it's saying, the women are alone at home, I should get back. So it's like he gets to be a part of his friend circle and society as a whole better. I think he feels like he's more complete. Even though they didn't go too much into his mental health angle, it could also be because, again, they're newcomers. It's a very tricky topic to deal with sensitively and explore sensitively. So I think it's good that they didn't spend too much screen time on that. And I think that comes with experience. When a filmmaker or writer gains more experience, I think they can tackle these ideas a little better.
How was the response, releasing this movie on Netflix?
I think it's been really good. I think the best part has just been the reach, because like a Netflix, people all around the world, like my friends, whether they're in America or Southeast Asia or the Middle East or wherever, everyone is kind of seeing it at the same time.
Okay.
So that's been interesting, and especially a lot of close family and friends, they all tuned in at midnight to watch like a release. Okay. So they all sat together in front of a TV, with their families and mothers and grandmothers. So people are sending me videos of them doing that. So they're like, "Oh my God, this is such a strange new experience. It's like a release, but we're not in theaters. We're doing this at home." So that has been definitely a very memorable experience. I think it's a once in a lifetime thing when something like this happens. Yeah.
Do you ever thought about taking like doing a long time project, like dedicate a year or two exclusively to it?
I have in the past, but the thing, because it's Malayalam and we always have 3 releases a year, a lot of the time they think maybe we're doing multiple films a year. But the beginning of my career, most of my movies, like a Neelagasham, I spent 9 to 10 months. There's a time almost all my movies are taking a minimum 8 to 9 months.
Okay.
I gave a lot of time to Mahanati. I gave a lot of time to Zoya Factor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open to it, depending on the type of film.
Okay. Recently, you posted a picture with Mohanlal and Prithviraj and everybody. So it went viral. Is this something? Is this something the project is happening?
I like the mystery behind that picture, so I'm going to neither confirm nor deny this.
Okay.
But it was a nice. Let's just say it was a lovely interaction and a nice moment that was captured. Also,
your next project group, I would say that to say the least, it is one of the most awaited movies.
Yeah.
You know, so what is the status, and do you also thinking of taking it to the OTT way, or are you gonna wait till the?
No, Kurup is something that we will definitely release theatrical. It's a film that's conceived, made, and for a theatrical experience. It's definitely a sensitive subject because you're dealing with a real life criminal, and there will be debates about are we whitewashing him, are we sympathizing with him, are we glorifying Kurup, etc. So I definitely want to explore all of that, but I want to try and reach that film as wide as possible. Definitely we want to do in Tamil and Telugu and all that. Right now, we finished shoot. I've completed my Malayalam dub, which I did during lockdown, right after we were allowed to start post-production works. And then now we'll sit on final edits and then figure how to adapt it to the other languages.
And on a lighter note, Maniyarayile Ashokan is a movie around the marriage theme. So what is your marriage story?
Marriage story?
Yeah, find it because...
My marriage story was a bit, it was like a bit of both. It was a bit of love and a bit of arranged at the same time. I think when you get to a certain age, your family starts to pressure you to get married or start looking for you and whatnot.
Yes.
So my wife and me actually went to the same school, but she was way my junior. So I didn't know her in school. But I think once I finished school in college, she finished. She was just in her final year of architecture school, I think, and then. So people kind of started suggesting that we both should probably meet and get to know each other. So then I kind of decided to do something about it. Got in touch with her, we met. Then the parents met. Then it got arranged also. So I had a good mix of love and arranged.
Great, and thank you so much for your time. And I really keep looking forward to your great works and all.
Thank you. So I hope I can keep delivering good cinema that you guys appreciate.